Outside foot shot. There it is. Nice goal right there. Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. We don't have any content drop today, so I just kind of figured I was going to do one for Lozano. I'm sorry that I haven't done one for Saint Maximin, and I think there was another one. I think it was like Mbappe or something. But I didn't get anybody that had those players in their accounts, and I also don't play the game enough to play foot drafts to get those players as well. So, yeah, I do try my best to get all the players, guys. It's just that, like, I really wish I had like an account just to do player reviews on. That would be honestly perfect, but it is what it is. So we're gonna go ahead and review a Lozano foot birthday card. Okay, we're taking a look at a card that is 5'9" with high-low work rates, right-footed, with 5-star skill moves and a 4-star weak foot. So here's the thing about that high-low work rate. It's weird because when a player is originally in the right mid, right wing, right forward position, they often don't really feel like a striker. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know how before the game starts, you guys can start it off in like a 4-3-2-1 or a 4-3-3, and then in-game you want to switch to a 4-1-2-1-2, play him as a cam, play him as a striker. Sometimes that doesn't always work because the way that they position themselves is completely awful, right? A very huge example of that is when I use Bolasi with Quaresma. They are completely awful at the striker position, or in the striker position, because they feel like wingers. They feel like players that should be used on the sides, especially Quaresma, right? So Lozano is in a very similar boat. However, I have tried the card out at striker, and he is pretty good. Now, he doesn't feel like a striker, but he could definitely be used there. So we're going to be experimenting with different things. I have some highlights from some other player reviews that I did for Lozano's card, or for other cards, and then Lozano was obviously the one scoring the goals. So we'll be showing that as well. In regards to his specific stats, we already have 98 acceleration with 97 sprint speed. His shot power is 84 with 84 finishing. So it's kind of like one of those things where, you know, you may want to just give him potentially a marksman, but at the same time, maybe not. Like, it's a very weird situation because I think shot power is very important, especially since he has the 4-star weak foot. You want to be able to shoot consistently, even with the 4-star weak foot. And the 84 shot power from certain angles may not be ideal, but it does also look like the sniper could be the best one, but we'll be taking a look at it afterwards as well. So we're going to have to sacrifice the fact that his shot power is 84 for now. Passing, he's decent at passing. He's not really bad at it at all. And then the dribbling, no matter what, guys, a lot of the cards for attackers, I give them snipers, I give them engine chemistry styles, because you want responsive players in game. Because of the gameplay situation, I probably wouldn't use sniper or engine as often if my gameplay was always good, but because it's mostly crap, you gotta give him these cards, right? So in regards to traits, he has the outside foot shot, which is nice to have because if you use him as a striker and you're on the left side and you could just do an outside foot shot, he'll be able to take a really sick one. Quaresma is very similar as well, where when I play him in the left striker position, he can just take a really good outside foot shot and score the opportunity, right? So couple of things with this card. Because he's high-low work rates, I wouldn't recommend using him as a cam. Now, a lot of people can use cards like this as a cam. For me, personally, I really, really hate the high-low work rate. Even in my personal team right now that you guys probably saw in the 4-1-2-2 video, I really don't like that team in general. It's a pretty bad team meta-wise, right? For the fun concept, it's great, but meta-wise, it's not great because there's a lot of things that's like missing with the team in regards to the meta in FIFA and being able to play to your full potential. But with Lozano's card, it's a tricky situation because with the high-low work rates, you can definitely use them on the sides, but it's not necessarily fully ideal. High-low work rates are beautiful for the striker position, but for the right cam, left cam, center cam position, it's a little bit tricky. So the way that we're going to be trying out this team in game, just to test out and show you guys what he plays like in the right striker position, is we're going to have him on get in behind and stay forward. Notice how we're not telling him to stay central, because stay central only really works, in my opinion, on players who actually are strikers. Like if I give the stay central instruction to someone like Lewandowski or Timo Werner, or in Timo Werner's characteristics, I wouldn't really use stay central on. Getting behind is good enough, but someone like Lewandowski, Griezmann, very, very good examples of players that on the stay central, getting behind tactic, they play absolutely brilliant, right? Because they play in the middle area really nicely. So we're going to go ahead and try him out in the left striker position. I have, like I said, I have some highlights from some different reviews that I did, and we'll basically take it from there. I will switch to the 4-2-3-1 at some point and try him out as a right cam as well. And then we'll go ahead and... Ooh, this is a little bit tricky here. I might just put Barella in the cam position, and I'll put Lozano on the right. So this is not really a rotational team because obviously 3 of the midfielders are actual midfielders, so not necessarily a great one to have for the 4-2-3-1. But we will go into a game and see how he plays. All right, so we're going to go ahead and try him out in the 4-1-2-2 first, just to see what's up with it, and then we'll see how he plays, rotate the team if it's not necessarily ideal. Good off the ball movement. Get that near post angle. Oh, get that volley. Little flick first. Oh, I try to get the flick on first. I am noticing, guys, with this card, after using him a few times before, that the sniper chemistry style isn't too bad because his shot power actually doesn't feel that bad in game with 84. So maybe it's because of the specific shots that I take where it's like it's not a huge necessity to have the shot power. Maybe I haven't taken those specific shots just yet, but we'll see what's up. I like the way that he positions himself in the striker position. Like I honestly felt like he'd be one of those guys where it's like he really feels like a winger in the striker position, but he's actually playing it really well. I'm actually enjoying him. Look at this movement right here, you see? Like, that's really good, man. The high-low work rates, I think, is compensating really well for him in that position. He already makes that instant run right there. He might get the near post angle first time shot. We don't. Those positions you may want to do the heel to heel. Doing a shot right away is not necessarily ideal. Maybe shooting it across goal could be helpful too. But yeah, so far with the high-low work rates, he's definitely making the right movements in the striker position. So definitely nice to have. That's him in the left striker position. He does position himself nicely. Just want to see what his movement is here. Yeah, that's good. That's really good, actually. Balassi and Quaresma, they don't run like that in the striker position. Like, they really don't. But I don't know. It might be the high-low, it might be the attacking positioning. But look at the way that he keeps like rotating in the middle right there. See, just for me being outside the 18-yard box, he always tries to hold that onside position really nicely. And he's rotating a lot in that position, which is fantastic. Just look at the way that he positions himself. It's always, you always want to see those really good runs just outside the 18-yard box. That's the important ones. Like him being aggressive there kind of pushes the center back away from me, right? So it creates space for me to attack afterwards. Very responsive dribbling. The sniper chemistry style definitely helps out a lot for sure. That's the run I want him to make. It's that one right there. Perfect. Don't shoot it away. Ball roll. Don't get the angle yet. Now I got the angle. There it is. Yeah, his dribbling is very responsive with the sniper chemistry style, like I said. His positioning in the striker position is also very good. So, yeah, he's one of those players that, as a winger, rotating to the striker in-game, he's not influenced by the fact that he is a winger, you know, because sometimes they just feel like they're wingers more than they are strikers. Like I said, Balassi and Quaresma are very big examples of that, but he definitely feels like he can play the striker position really well. I'm using like Muriel next to Lozano as well, and I could tell you guys this right now that Lozano moves way better than Muriel does. Like, I don't really like Muriel's movement in general. I did mention this in the review as well. It's such a noticeable thing right off the bat, you know, like just the way that they position themselves with the instructions that you put on them. Sometimes the player isn't necessarily bad. Sometimes you have to kind of like adjust your instructions to fit the player. Like, stay central, getting behind is not necessarily ideal on a player like Timo Werner. Getting behind is good, but allowing him to move to the sides is an ideal thing because his off-the-ball movement to get into positions in the middle is already good enough. But you could see stuff like that. I want my players to be positioned like that as they are in the striker position. Like, the way that he understood that that's where he had to be was perfect, right? It's exactly what I want him to do. Okay, guys, so for the next game, we're going to go ahead and use him in the 4-2-3-1 with these tactics. And the only instruction we're going to have set to... Actually, no, I need to test this. Because he's high-low work rates, I need to test out the comeback and defense with him to see how he moves. Hopefully, he's more like a high-medium, because I know that he's going to be an aggressive runner. I know he's going to get into the positions at the right time, so let's see how he plays there. Oh my god, I thought he missed. I thought he missed. Let's see how aggressive you are. Okay. Let me go over here now. Okay. He kind of still sticks to the position. Let's see if you rotate over here. Oh, he does rotate over here. That's pretty good. Not too bad. So he just goes a little bit more central when the person pushes his position, which is kind of nice. Not too bad there. I am noticing, by the ways, that Muriel plays way better as a lone striker than he does as a two-striker formation. 100%. Slow transition upwards. Let's see what he does here. Aggressive, yeah, so high-low work rates definitely plays into account there. Does push back into position really quickly. I want to do this. Start to transition inside Lozano. That's the one I'm looking for. Didn't do the right pass there, but at least he made that little run on the inside there. That's very important. Yep, good dribbling there. It's weird, though, because I'm using him on the sides for sure. Kind of feels wasted, though, you know? I feel like he moves way better in the striker position. I don't know. It just feels like that's the case right now. What I'm actually going to do here is I want to try him off to the left side and use Politano on the right side. So left foot on the right side, right foot on the left. And then we'll basically see if he plays better there. Good fake shot, gets into position pretty quickly. Sprints past the opponent really nicely. Touch, get that near post strike. It's not that bad. Like I said, when I take those very specific shots right there, where they're not like 100% guarantees, he's not too bad there. Let's try him on the left side first. I do think Lozano plays really well in the striker position, though. I think that he moves around the pitch really nicely. Kind of feels wasted on the sides. I don't know, again, like I don't really like the high-low work rates on the sides, personally, but his positioning is not bad on the sides. It's not too bad. I like his dribbling. His dribbling for sure is really nice. Lozano doesn't really make that that run that I want him to make. It's that one. You guys know which one I always talk about when you're in the left and right attacking mid. He always runs in a straight line. You know, sometimes it doesn't really make much sense for him to do that. Players like Leroy Sané is like they're like the best players to have on the sides because the way that they move to open up position for themselves is perfect. You could actually tell that Lozano moves more like a player that belongs in the striker position than he does in the left or right side. I don't know why. I personally don't like him on the side so far. But the thing that happens to me is that like once I see a player playing one position really well, it's kind of hard to see them playing other ones really well, you know? Near post strike from there. That's why I like to have the right foot on the left side, is because when you get that angle, you don't have to take like this extra unnecessary touch, you know? That was a little bit weird right there. Yeah, he's wasting the sides, dudes. I wouldn't use him on the sides. He's not really making those runs that I want them to make when they're on the sides. It's kind of funny because sometimes there's players that play on the wings that don't even feel like they're good there. I'm gonna go ahead and actually rotate him to the cam position, and I want to see how he plays there. Look at the way he starts to go into the empty space instantly. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, even in the cam position, he just wants to be a striker. I'm telling you, man. Ooh, more power into that. Nice little outside foot shot. That's the angle I'm talking about right there. You just need more power behind that. Outside foot shot. There it is. Nice goal right there. Yeah, guys, so what I'm going to tell you right away is with this card, don't use him on the sides. Like, that's just my personal opinion. I think he's an absolute waste to use on the sides. He's absolutely brilliant in the middle positions, whether that's the cam position, the striker position. I actually don't mind the fact that he's a high-low work-rated player in the cam spot because the way that he rotates with the other players is really nice. Alright guys, so final verdict on Lozano's card. I think it's 100% worth trying him out with the Deadeye chemistry style first, because the Deadeye chemistry style could help him out in the left or right attacking position, just to have more attacking positioning, because with the Sniper chemistry style, you're only giving him a +5, but with the Deadeye, you're giving him a +10. I think the Deadeye would make more sense for him in the striker position because his characteristics are not really that great to have on the sides. Like, he can definitely play the sides really well, but just not like to the meta of nowadays. But I do think that he plays really nice in the middle, right? Whether that's the cam position or the striker position as a lone striker or in a two-striker formation, he plays it really, really nice. I like having him in the left striker position because of the outside foot shot that he has. Once he gets that angle, he doesn't necessarily have to shoot with his left foot, which is nice because the ball kind of curves to the outside inside, which allows you to score better opportunities if you put the right amount of shot power. I think increasing the shot power by a +10, the finishing by a +15, the positioning by a +10 would be a huge, huge thing, right? With the Sniper chemistry style, having 84 shot power could be a bad thing from time to time, depending on the angle, especially with the 4-star weak foot, but he did also feel really, really nice in the Sniper chemistry style in regards to responsive dribbling. So try it out with the Deadeye first. If the dribbling is not good enough, give him a Sniper, and honestly, guys, he does play really well with it, but just strictly in the middle just for me. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today. I'll catch you guys for the next one tomorrow, or maybe later today. We'll see what's up. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.